SnowTrax is sponsored by Snowmobiling in Quebec. This winter, experience snowmobile heaven.
We're here at the Quebec City Airport on the start of what I anticipate is going to be the trip of a lifetime throughout the province of Quebec, but more specifically, the Quebec Maritimes. Now, I've ridden a lot of Eastern Canada, but I've never ridden this part of Quebec, so I'm pretty excited. Now, joining me is going to be John Arkwright, who's ridden here many times and is also going to add in for a little bit of comic relief.
Hey AJ, how's it going?
Well, Mr. Arkwright, how are you doing?
Good. Good flight down?
Yeah, we landed.
Oh, sun shining. That's twice in 2 weeks I've been here, and hopefully we'll get sun for the next 4 days, and you're in for an experience of a lifetime. This is going to be some phenomenal riding.
We're at the airport. It's sunny out. There's snow on the ground, and from up in the sky, it looked like there's lots of snow down here. So
that's cool.
I think we'll have some fun. Let's get some Tim Hortons, and then we'll hit the road.
Take the drive to Rimouski.
That's right.
Let's get at it. I started working with Supertrax in the spring of 1996 and met AJ Lester when he was 11 years old. And this fall, he asked me if I'd be interested in doing a trip to Quebec with him, snowmobiling. Jumped at the opportunity. I kind of been out here a few times, so I know the experience that AJ would get on his first trip out here would be something he'll remember for the rest of his life. You know what? We're following this coast right as far as you can see down there.
For this trip, we decided that we would fly into Quebec City and then drive to Rimouski where our sleds are waiting for us. Now, if you get a clear and sunny day, let me tell you what, it's a pretty nice drive along the side of the St. Lawrence. You're in for one heck of a treat. Rimouski is located in the western region of Gaspésie, a full day's drive from Toronto, about 8 hours from Ottawa and Vermont, and under 6 hours from both New Brunswick and Maine, making it super accessible for a lot of riders. Now, if you don't want to bring your sled along with you and trailer here, that's totally cool because they have rental sled locations absolutely everywhere within this province.
And you know, I have no idea how many thousands of sleds are available from rent in Quebec, but you can get any kind of sled you want from, you know, a small horsepower sled, big horsepower sled, 2-up sled. There's so many rental outlets available. It's a very easy thing to do. AJ, what's that thermometer saying, that gauge there?
Well, it says -20.
Well, I'm willing to bet by the amount of snow we've been seeing blowing around there that she's going to be a lot cooler than that out there today.
It is brisk outside today.
But that's all right. There's some sleds. Let's get our butts on them.
When you go somewhere and you want to rent a snowmobile, it can be a little nerve-wracking because you kind of get the thought of when you go to a car rental place and they give you some small subcompact that you can barely fit your knees under the dash. Quebec is not like that. The rental fleet of snowmobiles in Quebec is huge, and no matter what you want to rent, a high horsepower snowmobile, a low horsepower snowmobile, or a 2-up, they've got it. You can put your kids on the back, you can put your wife on the back. Hey, maybe your wife is going to put you on the back.
Well, I'm glad I brought 2 pairs of socks today because I think we're going to need it.
So we're getting geared up and ready to hit the trails. Our destination for today is a place called Cap Chat. It's in the heart of the Chic-Choc Mountains, and it's about 175 kilometers east of where we are today by car. So we've got quite a ride ahead of us.
And it's going to be quite a ride. You're going to love riding up here. You're going to have vistas of the St. Lawrence, mountains in the background. And as we get closer to Chic-Chocs this afternoon, wow, it's just going to take your breath away. It is unbelievably Quebec as you've never seen it.
Well, I'm excited, so let's get out and hit the trails.
Let's get going. Our trip started in Rimouski, and right off the bat you realize a city of that size is so snowmobile friendly. The signage is tremendous. You want to go to a gas station, they're on the maps, they're on the trails. It's really special to experience that kind of organization and dedication and commitment to bringing a snowmobiler into their municipalities.
You know, the Quebec trails are completely different from any area that I've ridden. I mean, there's good trails in other areas, but there are not trails that are this wide, this fast, and this well groomed. They've got over 4,000 volunteers in the province of Quebec who are out grooming trails. I mean, just think about that. That's staggering. So after a long, hard day's ride from Rimouski, we're finally here at the Village Grand Nature Chic-Chocs in the heart of the Chic-Choc Mountains. Now, you might not expect to find a really nice hotel here, but from what John said, this is the place to stay. And I'm pretty excited to go inside, get some food, get some fuel for my sled, and lay my head down on a pillow. Because tomorrow, we've got quite a ride headed out through the Chic-Choc Mountains all the way to Pierce Rock.
SnowTrax is sponsored by Snowmobiling in Quebec. This winter, experience snowmobile heaven.
John, let me tell you, I am glad that the sunshine is out today.
That makes two of us, because yesterday was as cold a day as I've ridden in snowmobiling in all the years I've ridden.
Absolutely, and you know what? As cold as it was yesterday, we still had a blast riding. And after a good night's rest, some food and fuel for both the sleds and us, we're ready to head back out on the next leg of our journey. Actually, I think we're going east again today.
A little bit south of east, but it's going to be a great day, and it's a long day of riding, and you know, it's a 300K day whether you're in a car or snowmobile, so I think we should be getting at her pretty quickly.
So what John's telling me is that we better get out, start squeezing the triggers, and head towards our next destination. We're riding in an area called the Chic-Chocs, and from what John says, the elevation changes are going to be great, it's beautiful, and there's wonderful scenery. So let's get out there and have some fun.
Our second night of our ride, we didn't get in till late, so we didn't really get to experience the atmosphere and the effect of Village Grand Nature in the Chic-Chocs. And we woke up on Wednesday morning, and the sun was shining, and the mountains were in the background. Boy, I could wake up to that every day for the rest of my life.
You know, it's no surprise that this season snow conditions have been a little sparse in a lot of areas around North America. But Quebec is not one of those. We even showed up in a place like the Chic-Choc Mountains and they said, oh, well, you know, we have half the snow that we had in previous seasons. They've got 4 times the snow that pretty much anywhere else does.
Been doing this since 1996, and it's been a treat to visit all over the world. Quebec's hospitality has been incredible to me. The language barrier has never been an issue. I've felt welcomed every time I've been here. And the people of Quebec are passionate about this sport. To bring AJ up into the Chic-Choc Mountains is really special.
When you show up at the Chic-Choc Mountains, it's pretty amazing. I was blown away. John told me I was going to be blown away, and you know what? I shouldn't doubt him. I was. It's really, really interesting to be able to go from flatter land riding in Rimouski to such mountainous terrain all in one day. Where else do you do that? It was just so much fun and such a great trail system. The trails here are amazing, and they've got over 20,000 miles to offer riders. You could come back year after year after year after year and not ride the same trails twice, not ride the same region twice, and continue to enjoy Quebec and experience new things every time you return. Our trip from the Chickchalks to Pierce was a really great snowmobile ride. And you know, when you come around that last corner into Pierce, you're kind of up on the side of a big hill, a mountain, and there is no doubt you are in Pierce. Pierce Rock stands out. It is the icon on the point. You see it and you know, oh, I've arrived.
You know, I've seen Pierce Rock in the summer and I've seen it in the winter. And when you come over the hill, here's the reality of this. When you're coming in this trail, what's the first thing you see? When you come in this trail over the lookout, boom, you see the rock. It's really a magical place to visit, and it's just one of those places that you love to tell people about. And you know, I'll tell people, I said, if you haven't been there, you better go and visit it, because it is a special place. It's just a really a phenomenal place to ride. I wonder if this is listed as one of the 7 wonders of the world.
That donut hole? I don't know, John.
Well, if it's not, I'll tell you what, it should be.
You know, John said I was going to have a great time in the Gaspé Z region of Quebec, and I absolutely did. I will come back and ride another region, another area, and have another great experience. There's just no other place you're going to go that offers the absolute first-class accommodations and amazing trails that Quebec does. If you want to ride somewhere special, come here.